orange groves.
Oh.
When we was up on those freight box cars, and then it went down from one of the little old towns there, Boston, and got out in the valley, going up into Los Angeles. But they have orange groves, and it was one of the most beautiful pictures we'd ever seen. It's a very big orange groves. And then when we got to Hollywood and found my father, and that was on a Sunday morning, and they was going down to the beach. We had a colored lady that had a restaurant down on the beach in Santa Monica. And so they cleaned us up and put us in that Cadillac and taken us down to the beach. And then the woman had a dining room, and after we played a while, they give us a nice dinner. So we was big shots here. So I stayed in California then. But that about, we got out there about 1922 somewhere now.
And you never came back to Tulsa then?
No, I lived in Los Angeles then. I worked with an old boy called Stephen Fitch. You ever heard of
Yeah,
Stephen?
sure.
He picked me to buddy with him.
Oh.
And I butler for Joan Crawford. I served Clark Gable and Charlotte Chapman out there in the movie section. Yeah, Step picked me to buddy with him. I didn't pick him, he picked me. And
Well, I heard they used to come to Tulsa a lot.
I didn't know about him coming to Tulsa so much, but at that time we was mostly working in the movies, and then let me see, he worked for some of them clubs.
What about Joan Crawford? How was she to work for?
She did pretty good. We did pretty good with her. I didn't stay long, but anyway, she was nice with me while I was there.
I have a question for you. You had said earlier that during the riot, your stepfather disappeared and
That's right.
you never heard from him
We
again?
didn't have nothing from her.
Did you go to the police or any city
I
officials
just-
to try to find out where he was?
No, I didn't, but the folks, the older folks, I was about 18, but I heard the old folks say that we couldn't find him nowhere. And they say others too, but I know he died.
So during the riot, he was alive, and
Yeah.
before the riot started, he was alive?
Yeah, he was working. He did most. I think he did most contracting and building work. Let me see. Tom Bryant was his name, but we never heard from Tom Bryant anymore after the riot.
Well, that's one of the things this riot commission is doing, trying to get an accurate account of the deaths, try to locate where they were. If we get funding through this Rockefeller grant, there may be exhumations, and they may do DNA and all that, and someday may tell you whether they have found this missing stepfather all these years.
I know one thing, they never did anything about it, helping us build it again.
That's one thing this riot is looking into, this issue of, I know insurance didn't pay anything.
My grandmother also on their property, they built the Joe Hodges storage.
Oh.
That her name was Ellen Clark and Henry Clark. They built Tulsa's biggest storage on what was named Joe Hodges storage. That's fireproof storage. That was on my grandmother's property, and they give her $3,500 for that $3,500. And we went out on Norfolk and bought a little half acre from Tom Gentry. A half acre.
Tom Gentry was a real estate guy, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he kind of dealt with real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dealt with real estate.
And I heard he did very well back then.
Yeah, and he was the one we bought the half an acre from out on Norfolk then.
Now, you mentioned that your cousin had a cafe on Greenwood. What was their names?
Bertha Black.
Okay, was their cafe destroyed?
Yeah, everything mostly was destroyed.
Were they able to rebuild it?
No, they never did rebuild it.
What was the name of the cafe, do you know?
I don't tell the truth about it, don't remember what they call that.
Hmm.
But they did pretty good business out there right now in them days.
Okay, turn it. Oh, did you want any information on Booker T. Washington?
Yeah.
Are you a graduate of Booker T. Washington?
No, but I was transferred from Archie over here. See, we had a little school. Let me see, here on what is the name of that little street? Is right over here from
Lansing?
Hartford. That day.
Hartford.
Maybe was it Hartford? Anyway, I think it was from Hartford, but I was a little school when they built Booker T.
Oh.
They just had built it.
Oh, so you,
And they transferred us from this little school over here on, I think it's Hartford.
Mhm.
And they transferred us over there to this little school. I mean, to Booker T.
Booker T.
Washington, when they first built it.
okay.
They just got through with it.
Was that the white building or the brick building?
Brick building.
And how did it look back then?
Looked pretty nice there.
Hmm.
It looked pretty nice then. That is something new anyway to it.
What do you think why we heard stories about the school wasn't untouched by?
Way I heard them say that they must have, before they got around to doing too much, after they done destroyed the little stuff on Greenwood here, they said sent some kind of, I don't know, some little home guards or some kind of soldiers was
National
come in
Guard.
and they kind of squashed the thing and stopped them from burning up things.
Mm.
So that may be some of the reason why some of the things wasn't burned up, that was burned up.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. It was very interesting. Okay, you want to turn that on? I need your birth